Hello, so today I'm here with the last of my 4 karmic debt videos. Now at the moment I'm doing videos on how the life path is assisted or hindered by the expression. I'm going to be doing some videos on how the life path is assisted or hindered by the soul urge. At the moment I'm doing also some single energy videos, like I've recently done the 347 energy, and that can relate to your life path expression. So I'm doing single energies as well. So if you'd like to request a video for your particular life path energy or expression energy that I haven't already done, please do so. Or if you want to know how your expression number supports your life path, just request a video. So this one at the moment is my 4th and final karmic debt video, and it is about the 134. So let's get started. So when this is a karmic debt, this is to do with naughtiness from a previous lifetime. So you're putting right something that you were a bit naughty about in a previous lifetime. Now don't freak out, we've all got them. I've got 2 in my core numbers, and I know many people that my son is this karmic debt life path. So I have a lot to say, and I will be referring to him sometimes throughout this video. I've got 2, not this karmic debt, but 2 karmic debts in my core. So as this might sound negative, this video, it might sound like I'm getting at you, but I'm really not. This is to help you to move forward. And some of these elements that I talk about as difficulties, some elements are going to be there for you and some not so much. Some you're going to be like, well, I'm not like that. You might have already developed past that element. I've not known a life path that is all of the negative parts, all of the weaknesses, and struggles with all of it. There's normally some parts that you don't. But when it's a karmic debt, this naughtiness from a previous life, it's what you've done is you've expressed the negative of all those 3 numbers in the karmic debt. You've expressed the negative side of the 4, the negative side of the 3, and the negative side of the 1, all mashed up together. And these difficulties cause you to be really self-indulgent in your previous life. You avoided responsibility at every step. You did nothing. Everybody else pulled your weight for you while you did nothing and relaxed yourself. And whatever you achieved in this past lifetime were down to the efforts of other individuals, and you can take little credit for whatever you achieved in a previous lifetime. So it's really about laziness and putting your comfort and chill out ahead of your responsibilities in the world. So this time you've come to put that right. Now you might show the elements that I'm going to talk about were what you really showed in a previous life. Now, some of those elements are going to be showing in this lifetime because you are still on a journey of development. There may be some elements of this karmic debt that you could admit to expressing in this lifetime. I need to draw your attention to that so that you can work out ways to transcend. This is not a judgment video. This is a way to help you transcend. I'm doing it every day. I've got 2 karmic debts in mine. So, suck up your karmic debt and put things right. So you're here to put things right. Take full responsibility for your actions in this lifetime. Focus on the aspects of life that are not related just to pleasure and relaxation. We all love pleasure and relaxation, but there's a balance to be made. And if you have too much pleasure, that means your workload is going on to other people. Okay, it's about getting off your bum, taking responsibility, making some good decisions, and doing some hard work in this lifetime. I need to send my son this video, but I'm his mum. He don't listen to me. I might as well talk to the cat. So whatever. So this is previous lifetime stuff, but because it's a journey and because it's something you're putting right in this lifetime, it's not necessarily you've already put right. If 134 is your life path, this is what you're developing towards. So this really refers to you. And a little bit if it's your birthday number, it's an issue, but not so much of an issue as it is if it's your main life path number. Excuse me while I just let my cat out. You're you again, little man. Oh, you're all wet from the rain. Go and get dried off. Go on then. Oh, it's just coming from the rain, all soaking wet. Bless my little boy, my little kitty cat. Right, so you are in the life path 134. If this is your main number, this is the most important number in your chart if it's your life path. So you're in a previous life, and maybe a bit in this lifetime. It may have dribbled over. You may have transcended it already. You're addicted to attaining pleasure for yourself in multiple forms. So that's, pursuing your base urges, relaxation, food, chilling like a villain, why work hard when you don't need to? Why work hard when you can con someone else to do it? That is your philosophy in a previous lifetime, and we want to stamp on that philosophy in this lifetime. So you had a lack of self-control that may be dripping into this lifetime, very much about your own feelings, cessating your sexual desire, your food desire, your desire for fun, your desire for relaxation, but never really thinking about the work and the responsibility that comes alongside life. Very superficial, lacking in depth of knowledge, thought or feeling. Slacking, using words sometimes to hurt other people in quite cold and honest ways. My son is like, well, I'm just being honest. And sometimes he can say things that are quite hurtful to him. He's not doing anything wrong, but he's just being honest, So there are elements where there's no, you're not a bad person. It's just the way you function as a human being. In previous lives, you may have done very little. That is certainly dripping into this lifetime when it comes to my lovely son. I love him to bits, but getting him off his bum to do anything in the minute, it's a job. But, carrying on, moving on. In a previous life, he did very little, and in this life, he's doing precious little. He's got obstacles. He doesn't tend to focus. He gives up easily on a lot of things, which is a very 134 kind of thing. But you need to focus your energies more on hard work. You will find a hard day's work satisfying. Achieving something in a day will be more satisfying than you could ever imagine. But you seem to focus on the feelings of relaxation and doing as little as possible when you're a 134. My son blames everyone and everything, and me, it's my fault, a lot of the time. I haven't got enough. I can't do that because I haven't had enough sleep, because this happened and you're responsible for that. And that is totally wrong. He's responsible because he didn't go to bed till 3 a.m. You tend to push sometimes my excuse for not doing anything and sitting here is because you did that and that's why, No, 134. If you do that, you need to give yourself a kick up the bum, and it's not everyone else's fault. If you want to get something done, it's up to you to do it. No one can or would stop you unless, of course, you're doing something illegal. You know what I mean? There are limitations in the world. You've got to find a way around them rather than stamping your feet about them. You can be a bit of a know-it-all. Yeah, my son likes facts. He can be a bit of a know-it-all, bless him, but he's very interesting to talk to. If there's any questions on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or The Wheel, which is a great show in our country with Michael McIntyre, I just pull him in because he just knows loads of different facts and information because of his analytical learning nature. He's a know-it-all. He likes to control situations, which he's struggling with while he's living at home. Rigid in his thinking. Yeah, sometimes he can be quite rigid in his thinking. I don't know about whether he's physically rigid, but it often comes to the two. If you're mentally rigid, you can often be physically rigid as well. I don't know how flexible my son is. I would have to ask him. It's not something I've asked him in previous times, as you can imagine. Lazy, well, yeah. Puts off responsibilities to others where he can. Any 134 may do this. Obstinate, complaining, victimised. He doesn't show much signs of being victimised because he has a pretty easy life, but he likes to blame other people, for his inaction. But he, I don't know if there's any victimisation inside him. If he is, he's very quiet with it, but the 134 is prone to that. Using the reason why I'm not acting is this, and because this happened and that happened and it wrecked my life, and that's why, and just allowing those things to stop you is a real difficulty for a life path 134. Taking shortcuts, not taking a step-by-step approach, giving up easily, starting things and not finishing them, stability issues, dependability issues, living in your head, living in hopes and dreams. My son has so many ideas, but not one of them has hit the ground yet. All these dreams are still floating up, and he gets halfway towards achieving them. And I must admit, COVID-19 has not helped the situation, but I'm hoping that these hopes and dreams that are in his head will hit the ground running at some point, like all 134s need to do. Commit somewhere, commit to a job, a home, a place. He hasn't even committed to here. He keeps telling me how he's going to leave home, but has made no action whatsoever towards leaving home. He's still eating my food. But I love having him in. I don't really want him to leave home. Mums never want to let go. But, he's full of dreams about living independently, but he hasn't actually acted on that yet. And I don't see much evidence of that action. But, I just hope he doesn't watch this video, actually. He needs an orderly environment. However, you don't always keep your stuff in an orderly environment. It'll be that 3 in your sub-lesson. He needs, all 134s need an orderly environment, detailed preparations, process and patience. You may not always achieve that. I mean, my son, if you looked at his bedroom, oh dear. So you won't always keep an orderly environment, but you need to develop that, because orderly environment makes an orderly mind, and that's what you're here to achieve. So, and often what stops you is that big confidence thing, that inferiority complex, self-doubt, self-destructive sometimes at times, which comes from that 1 energy most specifically, but from the 3 as well. Prone to low confidence, and that can be another thing that can stop you in your tracks, as well as victimization, being stuck in one place, or just being downright hedonistic and deciding I'd rather chill out and eat food than actually do any work today. So that's what you're working towards, taking a bigger share of the workload, okay? Being a bit less hedonistic. It's not all about pleasure, it's about work too. It's about achievement, and it's about not giving everyone else the workload and taking the responsibility sometimes, okay, is the general gist of this life path. So if you are a life path 134, these points that I've just commented on are going to be something that are going to be difficult for you. So the guidance below on this screen here is what you're working towards. It's not a talent, it's a potential. It's a purpose for this lifetime. So you're working towards these guidance points below. If you're in expression 134, the potential workaholic, the points below are talents that you already possess, but you're still going to have difficulty around these talents. For example, your sense of discipline and hard work might be overrated. You might be a complete workaholic. You've completely put your work before everything else in your life, and you're in imbalance. So having an expression and a talent to be a hard worker can sometimes tip the wrong way as well. So you still need, if you're in expression number 134, to look at these guidance points to make sure you're balancing yourself out, because you might be too hard a worker. You might be being too disciplined, too focused on your goals to the exclusion of all else. Okay, so the expression 134 will show talent in these guidance points, but you need to have balance within them. And, having a talent doesn't necessarily mean you're using it in your life. So if you are in expression 134, these are points that you need to make sure you're balancing in your life and using to help you achieve your life path, whatever that may be. SoulUrge, these points below are your motivations. This is what gets you up in the morning. So if you're a SoulUrge 134, you're just desperate to work. You're a really passionate worker, again, at risk of being a workaholic, because all your passions and motivations and the burning in your tummy is towards setting goals and achieving them, and, not having pleasure, having work. And, you could tip as a SoulUrge 134 into overstating these guiding points as well. So even the SoulUrge motivation of the 134 might need to look at these guidance points to make sure you're not being overly passionate to the exclusion of other things in your life. Remember, if you're a SoulUrge 134, there's a more important number in your chart that you need to be serving, and that's your life path. So guidance points for the 134, depending on where it is in your chart. So make your own decision there. Before I forget, when it's your birthday number, it's just an added sub-lesson that attaches onto your main life path. So there's going to be some issues with this, but it's not the most important guidance points for your life. It's just something you need to take notice of, and it will help you support your main life path. Okay, so in this lifetime, excuse me, there's something about this room that makes my nose itch. Right, so prove that you can be a hard worker in this lifetime, okay? More disciplined, more grounded, focused on your goals. Balance your creativity and intuition with logic and analysis, okay? It's not just about analysis and logic. Look towards the creative, the intuitive, that little bit more. Okay, help you find some balance there. Channel your energy in more constructive ways, not just hedonism, but follow process, achieve goals. Don't just keep your dreams and illusions up in the clouds up here. They've got to hit the ground running in this lifetime. Master a step-by-step approach to your goals. Create those strong foundations and don't miss steps. Okay, step by step by step. Okay. Excuse me, scratching my nose still. Develop the confidence to speak up for yourself a little bit more. You know, be a bit more flexible. The 4 can be a bit rigid. You need to be a bit more flexible, a little bit more resilient. Not a victim. You don't be the victim. Don't allow others to step on you and think that that's going to, you know, that you should allow that or allow that to stop you in life. You know, be more resilient. Learn to express yourself for others' good in the 3 energy. And master a step-by-step approach. So speaking to people with respect, respecting their feelings a little bit more, being a little bit more tactful where you can, but mastering a step-by-step approach to your goals as well, not being lazy and hedonistic all the time. Improve your self-control with this hedonism, you know. Achieve your passions and release some of your karmic debt. So the self-control that you can bring into your life is going to assist you in throwing away a bit of this karmic debt, okay, and what's the word, transcending this part of your karmic debt. Strong sense of discipline you need in this lifetime, in all practical manners throughout your life, whether it be home or work, routine tasks, taking responsibility for your family, your friends where you need to, work constraints, taking the workload on and taking responsibility that little bit more, being a bit more dependable and there for people. You know, work more meticulously, no shortcuts, take every step without giving up. Put in some hard work, take a bigger share of the workload in this lifetime, okay? Master positive expression, speaking to others in a way that's going to uplift them rather than yank them down. Think before you speak. Be less critical and judgmental. People are just trying their best. You're just trying your best. We're just trying our best too. So try and be a bit gentler and more compassionate and more empathetic with people where you can. Use your words to support and uplift others rather than tear them down. You know, my son's favourite word is, well, I'm just being honest. Yeah, but there are ways to say it and there are ways to express it. And he's still learning that. And begin to see obstacles positively. You know, they're just detours that can be mastered and learnt by and make you stronger. But a lot of 4s allow that to stop them. But, you know, obstacles are just an opportunity to be better. You know, avoid victim mentality from previous perceived injustice. You know, you go through experiences in life and it's there to teach you, to evolve you, not to stop you in your tracks. So it's not about using some perceived problems in the past as an excuse for your actions or for inaction in this lifetime. You know, it's not going to cut it. No, naughty, naughty. If it's your expression number, the 134 karmic debt, you're more likely to have mastered. Remember, you've got to use this talent. You could have the talent and not use it, okay? So you're more likely to have worked towards you mastering that step-by-step approach. You will have set goals already. You'll have more stability in your life, when you're in expression 134. You express yourself positively, emotionally, creatively. You inspire, you teach, you heal others, and you're confident and independent and hardworking. These are the positive elements of the 134. However, those can go out of balance too. You're going to be likely more focused, more committed, more confident in life. You're going to take each step to your goals meticulously and thoroughly, sometimes too much. You could be a bit of a workaholic when you're a 134. You can be over-focused, over-committed, and sometimes overconfident and a bit arrogant. You take each step to your goals and you achieve a lot, very smart, very prone to success. However, you can be a bit of a workaholic and push your family away at times when they're part of your security. You don't want to be doing that. So you create and follow process very well, but you've got to do all this in a balanced way, okay? You're strong, you're sensitive, and you're creative in your own way. So focus and commit and confidence, you're good at that in keeping it in a balanced way, not over workaholic energy. Create and follow process, hardworking, committed, disciplined, determined to persevere. This is where the workaholic could tip in if you're not careful. You overcome issues and obstacles without giving up. You're determined. You're like a dog with a bone. You approach them positively, but when the energy is a bit too strong, you can be quite obsessive. So guard against obsessive behavior when you've got a goal in mind. Sometimes you can feel that the means justify the ends, or the ends justify the means. No, it doesn't. Okay, you need to find some balance in your life. The organizer, the talent you have, the executive, practical, grounded, good with money. You're a practical business person. You've got good talent to make money, create business and stability. You're orderly, ambitious, dependable, persistent, ready to express your creativity and talk to everyone about, your business or your competence. You're orderly, consistent. You make decisions with both your head and your heart. So when you balance this energy, this amazing talent, you achieve your goals, and you do so confidently and positively, and you improve other people's lives when you do it. But as an expression 134, you just have to guard against being too obsessive, being too hardworking, being too overbearing. You need to balance your talent and then use that talent for whatever your life path is, because that's what that talent is there for, right? But when it's your soul urge number, it's your motivation. And still here, because it's your passion, you're still likely to be passionate towards, workaholism. The goals end up being the top thing in your life, and it can override everything else. It can even stop you building relationships. And relationships and family are part of your security. So when you have a soul urge or heart's desire of a 134, the propensity to be over passionate with your goals and your workaholism, obsession, over discipline, over focus. But when it's balanced and used in a balanced way, you just want to set goals. You want to get things done. You have a process to get there. You want to be in committed relationships. You want a family and a secure home, and you deal with it in a balanced way. You love an orderly environment. You like to keep things clean and tidy. You're motivated in an environment that is clean and tidy and orderly. You love to sit, to plan and muse and prepare. This is your soul urge. This is your motivations in this lifetime. You love to be sure of what you're doing. You need an action plan, whatever you do in life. And when you know what you're doing and you have that action plan, it makes you feel secure and all bubbly and fuzzily inside. You desire stability. You need that above all else, security and stability. Work and family are always prioritized because they are your stability base. Most important thing to you. You want to work. You don't like being lazy, not getting anything done. You might be one of those person that needs to achieve every day. Just make sure you're not overbalancing that, Be focused, be dependable, be disciplined to achieve. You love all this. You're very driven to take every step in your plan. Giving up is not an option. So you can be a bit over the top with this passion. And this can bring you negativity. I'm sorry about the nose itching. I just can't stop it. I don't know if it's something about this room. So giving up is not an option for you. So you can be a bit over determined, and sometimes that can cause struggles in your relationships and other areas of your life. So, you know, take care to take it easy on that. You gain satisfaction from your work at the end of the day, and it can make you push your family and relationships away. You know, you are what you do to you, which can overfocus you, you know, in your desire for independence and confidence. To be able to act on your own resources can further push other people away if you're not careful. Remember, independence is great. We all want to be independent, but fundamentally, we are all interdependent and we all need each other. We're all interconnected as a whole. You know, we all need each other. We don't need to be pushing other people away. So when you're a soul urge 134 and your burning desire to achieve your goals and achieve independence and success and security, be careful that that doesn't overbalance into other areas of your life, okay, and destroy relationships, because that's what it can do at its worst. You want to creatively express yourself to others, very talkative. You might be a little bit overbearing at times because you're so excited to talk to people. You love to inspire, to teach, to entertain. This is your passion. This is what motivates you. But you must ensure that you balance your passion for work and avoid that obsession and that over the top. When the energy is too strong, it overbalances your life and it then becomes a bit of an issue. So if you're a soul urge or even an expression 134, make sure that you're not being that workaholic that I've just harped on to you about. Okay, but if it's your life path 134, you're working towards being a bit more hardworking and being a bit less hedonistic. So this is how the 134 works in your life, depending about where it is in your chart. So I hope you found my video really useful today. Please like, and if you haven't already, subscribe and click that bell icon so you're kept up to date. If you'd like to request a reading on all your core numbers and find out about what's happened before and why and what's likely to happen for you in the future, what conditions are going to be like, what your purpose is in this lifetime, what talents you have to achieve them, then just drop me an email or put me a comment, send me a message on the social media that's going to be in the description box. Also, if you want to learn numerology, I'm going to put a link to my Udemy course in the description box. But if you've got any questions or any video requests, I'm happy to take video requests, then please put a comment on my videos or contact me through social media. I love to hear from you. So as ever, guys, trust the soul within you. Only you, your intuition, your gut feelings and your inner voice knows what's best for you. See you soon.